Hey, this is Nick, CEO and co-founder at Switcher. Today we are officially rolling out Switcher 8.0. Cue the video.
Live selling is easy with Cartr by Switcher Studio.
Presto!
With Cartr, your viewers can add items to their cart with a simple Facebook comment.
Presto!
And an automated DM helps them privately select colors, sizes, and quantities for easy checkout. Cartr works together with the Switcher Studio iOS app. Switcher lets you create stunning live streams with iPhones and iPads, and Cartr integrates your Shopify products to make those streams shoppable. Cartr eliminates the hassle of managing multiple product catalogs for live shopping. In the Switcher Studio app, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. This means simple live Facebook shopping for you and your customers. Cartr by Switcher. Install today.
All right, so we've got Switcher 8.0, which we'll be talking more about, pulling in Brandon and Ernesto on the team as well, and a new product in the Shopify App Store called Cartr. It's a chatbot that allows your viewers on Facebook Live to comment and buy products right from the video. So again, very, very excited about this announcement. Have some additional updates on Switcher 8.0 available in the Apple App Store. Be sure to go check that out and download today. Also want to encourage anyone watching to jump in the comments. We'll be doing a Q&A here at the end. We typically will also do a breakout session in the user group where we can go in more detail on some topics. So be sure to get down there and let us know what you're thinking. All right, so Cartr, this is a new product that works alongside an existing Shopify store. It allows a merchant to select their inventory and show those in their videos, and again, ultimately put those on the content they make on Facebook Live so people can purchase. Really excited to see what this unlocks for creators and merchants. When it comes to social video, this is a big release. It's a new product separate from Switcher, but works alongside the Switcher Studio app, companion app, so that you can create these experiences. So gonna queue up Brandon, who has joined the team to talk a little bit more about Cartr and why we're so excited about this new initiative. Hey, Brandon.
Hey, Nick, thanks. Great to be with everybody today, and I'm excited to be joining the whole audience for today's stream. To talk a little bit about Cartr today, Nick, thanks for the overview. Really, as we think about Cartr, it is going to be our Shopify app used in conjunction with Switcher Studio. It's going to allow for shoppable video on Facebook. We're really excited to extend this capability for the first time, both to our existing customers as well as new customers. As you think about the market here, live stream selling, video commerce, shoppable video, it's really a rapidly expanding market. Coresight expects this to be $29 billion in the US by year's end. It could reach $500 billion as we go into the next year. We see it as an evolving space. And just as we started to see digitally native sellers as e-commerce started to grow, we're already starting to see streaming native sellers in the space. And I think they're hungry for this type of capability. But it's not just those digitally native or streaming native sellers we're targeting here. We really believe we're going to see customers who stream for one reason, call it music or sports, and monetize through others, selling that music or selling team gear or even fundraising. Ultimately here, our vision is to help all our customers grow their audience, stream to the places their audience want to watch, and optimize for that type of audience engagement. So I'm really excited about this release. We're looking to support anyone selling on Shopify with an integrated world-class video production and sales solution. That's where I think the real win comes in here, as we pair what Switcher has been really known for with the ability to open this new sales channel. So if you're already on Shopify, as Nick demonstrated, this couldn't be easier. Cartr will allow you to sync your products right through Shopify. You'll be able to stream on Facebook, and we'll demo a little bit on how that purchase flow will look. If you're not live on selling yet on Shopify and you're interested, it's pretty easy to set up, and it can be a great way to monetize streams that you might be doing today. And again, our vision here, we want to see these audiences grow. We want to be able to put the video in front of the audience where they are, and we're excited for further engagement. So really thrilled about where we're headed and looking forward to your feedback.
Awesome. Thank you, Brandon. I'm going to pull in Ernesto for a moment. We'll bring you back in for a group chat here in just a moment. So Ernesto is one of our co-founders. He manages a big part of the technical team and has been doing a lot of work behind the scenes to help make this possible. Ernesto, would love to have you share a little bit about what this experience is like for merchants and for people that are creating these Facebook Live experiences, and then what that experience is like for someone that's watching and how they can actually interact to purchase these products.
Sure, absolutely. So super excited to finally reveal Cartr after months and months of software development. So from the merchant experience, it's quite easy for a merchant to go ahead and install Cartr. You go to the Shopify App Store, search for Cartr, click the Add App button, install it on your shop, and instantly all of your products and collections are available in Switcher. What that means is that you can open up the Switcher Studio app, log in with the same account that you used to either, that you either created when you signed up for Cartr, or you can use an existing Switcher Studio account as well. You log in with that account, you go to the Cartr tab in Switcher, and right away all of your collections from Shopify are available. All the products in Shopify are available. So if you've already done as many have already, if you've already created lots of collections and organized your shop in such a way, you can quickly select a collection. Let's say you have a fall collection, a spring collection, a hats collection, anything. Select that, and all the products are shown. We'll show a little picture of the product, the cost of the product, and then you can quickly tap on it in Switcher and display it on the screen for your live audience to see. So that makes it really simple for established merchants or even new ones to go ahead and grab products that they've already spent time organizing in Shopify and make them live shoppable, basically. Yeah.
Awesome. And actually on that piece, we've seen Facebook has their own live selling experience. We've seen other solutions that allow this type of checkout or flow. And I think one of the things that we've done a little bit different is allow you to actually manage your products and inventory directly in Shopify. We're not syncing products, you're not duplicating them, you're not adding them somewhere else. Yeah. You can stay in the tool that you use every day to run your business. Or if you're a new first-time e-commerce seller, Shopify starts at like $30 a month. Right. So if you wanted to try selling products through videos, there's a really easy pathway to get there. But it's so easy. I mean, and the feedback we've gotten from our early testers is just, they don't have to think about it. They don't have to worry about inventory being out of sync. It really, really simplifies that kind of planning and preparation before you get ready to go live.
Absolutely, yeah. One of the things that we heard of from a lot of different established merchants was they don't want to have to synchronize their inventory with another solution. They already have an inventory. It's in Shopify. So why not just have them manage it there and then us automatically grab it from that? And that's exactly how it works. It couldn't really be any simpler. It's quite remarkable. Yeah.
And so the other side of the equation, we just talked about how easy this is for a Switcher user, for a merchant getting set up to show these products or to do a live stream. What's that experience like for the buyer or someone that's purchasing?
Sure. Yeah. From the buyer's perspective, it's very easy because they're already in a Facebook Live video where it's an interface that they're familiar with, right? They know how to comment on a Facebook Live video. They can go ahead and whenever the merchant selects a product to show on the screen, Cartr will automatically assign a code or a short number to it. So the item will be displayed on screen with a picture, with a description, with the price, and then below it, it will say something like Cart 100 or Cart 101. All that the buyer needs to do in order to purchase that is to literally just comment Cart 100 in the live comments, just like they're used to commenting anywhere. And moments later, Cartr will send them a private message, a direct message on Facebook.
This is the magic part.
Right.
It's like,
This is the what makes it really easy is they get a DM in Messenger that says, hey, nice. Would you like to purchase this? And then it takes you through the steps of like, which size do you want? Which color do you want? How many do you want? And then finally, it presents you with a checkout link that goes to your Shopify store, not anywhere else. It's there. It's still your customer. So that's really important because it means that if you have coupon codes configured in Shopify, they will work. If you have a loyalty program in Shopify, it works just fine. And you will be doing order fulfillment through Shopify too, just like you're used to. Yeah.
if it's someone that's bought with you before, their information's already saved, so it's just a few taps to check out. If it's a first-time buyer, they're in your system. They're a part of your CRM inside of Shopify.
Right.
So you can retarget them and you can email them. And so we really wanted to put the power back in the hands of the merchants where they can control that checkout through their own store. But also close the loop so that it's really easy for buyers to get there. They don't have to guess or make a bunch of clicks and taps. And this is where I think Cartr is really special. Is it's a chatbot. It auto magically kind of guides viewers through this experience, and you as the merchant or the host or the producer don't have to do anything. It all happens automatically, and depending on the product and the different variables for those products and what people choose. It's smart enough to figure out what the next question should be and help get people to that last step where they can ultimately buy from your video. So we have talked a lot about Facebook Live. Again, this is specific to videos made on Facebook Live and is leaning into the Facebook Messenger experience to facilitate the chatbot. That's really what Cartr is. Switcher, our production tool and the app you all know and love, has a multi-streaming capability. So you can send your video to YouTube and Twitch and other platforms. You can multi-stream while using Cartr, but people will only be able to check out if they're watching on Facebook. So I think that is a strategy that we're seeing merchants do already, is make their video on Facebook Live, stream to other platforms, and tell your audience, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to go to Facebook and you can comment and you can buy. If you are looking for best practices, we're still learning too, but maybe you could take the link to your Facebook video and actually include that in the description for these other multi-stream destinations as well. So really excited to see how we can bring these two products together and how we can continue to improve this experience for merchants.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. So we've got a quick Cartr demo. Dan K, you're like Wizard of Oz behind the scenes over here. This is the part where we want to show the phone. Okay. So we've got a screen share up. This is a test video we had done previously. We've got a graphic on screen for a switcher mug, and my phone here is an example of someone that would be watching. So as a viewer watching a video on Facebook Live, I see that there is this lovely switcher mug, and it has this unique code of Cart 100. So if I comment Cart 100, I will get a notification from Facebook Messenger. There it is. So I can choose to tap on that right now and start my checkout process, or I can let the video keep going, and I can do Cart 101 for the next item, or Cart 102 for the item after that. But I'm going to go ahead and do this one more time so we can show the flow. If I were to act on that message, as soon as it comes through, it's going to take me over to Facebook Messenger, and I can customize this item. So first it's going to ask me how many I want. And because I have interacted with this twice, I'm going to get an option to do that again. That could have been a Switcher t-shirt, or that could have been a Switcher hat. And then it's automatically going to give me a link to go purchase. And here we are. This is the Shopify page. You can see I've got a big dollar amount here. I've been adding mugs all day. We've been testing this. So we've got $90 worth of Switcher mugs we can get for the office. But if someone's interacting with this to buy one product, they're going to be all set, ready to go. You can also interact with that chatbot to change the quantity or remove items so that those flows are built in as well. We will be doing an example of this at the end of the stream where you all can comment on this video to experience that checkout flow. We're not actually selling any goods today. We're not going to be taking your money, but we wanted to let you all see what this experience could be like for your viewers. So we'll be coming back to that here in a bit.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to hit on Switcher 8.0. So we've talked a lot about Cartr, the chatbot experience, the Shopify plugin. We've got some really exciting updates for the Switcher app on iPhone and iPad, the way that we're making video. I guess one thing I would add is when you're using Cartr, you would install this from the Shopify App Store. Mm-hmm. The Cartr app from the Shopify App Store. You would you would then add your products, and when you go to the Switcher app on iPhone and iPad, there'll be a new tab across the bottom where you've got cameras and scoreboards and different effects. There'll be a new tab that appears for Cartr if you choose to use this feature, and it's from that tab that you're able to choose what items get shown on screen. Yep. So we've got information in the Help Center. We've got some YouTube videos up that shows how that works. We'll be doing some live videos in the user group. If you have got questions, we're here. We're ready to help, but also some really exciting updates for Switcher Studio and Switcher 8.0. Ernesto, you want to talk us through some of the things that are coming out?
Sure, yeah. So one really great thing that's being added here in Switcher 8.0 is the ability to add text to your clips. So before, we already had the clips feature where you could take your live recording or just a recording and make a shorter clip of it, maybe make like a 20 or 30 second clip. Now, in addition to that functionality, we can use Siri to overlay text on top of your video. So we can do speech to text. Makes it great for sharing that content on social media. As people are scrolling through, their feed on social media, they may see a video. Generally, it's muted by default. So if you can add some text on top of the video overlaid, they can see what you're saying, and then that might, encourage them to unmute the video and actually listen to the audio. So that's included in 8.0. I'm very excited to get that out there and have you guys try it out.
Quick clarifier on
Sure.
that. We're not doing speech to text on live videos while you're streaming.
Sure.
This is for the clip feature. So when you pull out those shorter snippets afterwards, once you've made your adjustments to set your in and out or add a logo or an overlay, then you've got the option for the speech to text. And we're seeing that is actually going to help a lot of people when they're sharing on social, where you might not always have the sound on,
Yep.
and you want some context on what's happening in that content. So really excited to get this one out. The next one, I think some of our power users are going to be pretty happy about. This was an unfortunate change that we had a really hard time solving for, and we finally got it fixed. But Ernesto, if you want to hit
Sure.
on.
Yeah, I know that some of you guys have been waiting for this one for quite some time, but 4K director mode is back. It's on iOS 15, so you'll need to upgrade to iOS 15 if you haven't done so already. But yeah, you'll be able to record at 4K at 30 frames per second using Switcher, and then simultaneously also stream at 720 or 1080p like you have been able to before. So super excited to bring that back in Switcher 8.0. And then next, in beta, included in 8.0 is the ability to do RTMP reconnects. So if your Wi-Fi drops out in the middle of your stream, or your internet connection gets a little slow and Facebook or YouTube or multi-streaming kicks you out because you're too slow, there will now be an option where you can either keep recording or you can try to reconnect. And it'll try to reconnect, and if your internet is back, then you'll be able to reconnect and your audience will pick up where you left off. So what's great about that is, it makes it possible for you to recover from little blips like that. Whereas before, really your only solution would be to stop the recording and restart the broadcast, or just keep recording and forget about the broadcast, right? Now you can keep recording the whole time and tap reconnect. So you'll be able to enable this feature in the Outputs tab. You'll scroll down, and there'll be an RTMP Reconnect experimental section. You enable that and give it a shot. I've been trying it out in my house by like unplugging my router, plugging it back in, doing all sorts of goofy stuff to break my internet.
Run across the yard.
Run outside until until I have no Wi-Fi. Turn off my Wi-Fi, go to 4G, then come back to Wi-Fi. It's been really great. So really looking forward to letting you guys try that and hearing some feedback from you guys. So really exciting.
And that one in particular, reliability is so important. A lot of you all are streaming to Facebook or YouTube or other social platforms. Like we're really limited in how much we can do to solve some of these problems. And I'm so proud of the team for putting in the time here to do something that moves us forward. Again, this is an experimental feature, but would encourage anyone watching, open Switcher, go to the Outputs tab, and enable this RTMP Reconnects. I think if you turn it on, you're going to get better results than you're used to seeing. And if you have problems, we want that feedback. We want to hear. This is something we're really motivated to keep paying attention to and help solve. And so go turn this one on, RTMP Reconnects in the Outputs tab.
Absolutely, yeah. And then let's see, next. So those are the main features coming in 8.0. We're also excited to tease an upcoming feature that's kind of related to the clips feature. So we'll be able to soon upload reels and stories directly from Switcher, right? So we'll be able to make a little clip, use the new speech to text feature that we just added, create a nice little clip, and then share it directly into reels and stories. So that'll be in the next update, but really excited to tease that one.
Yeah, and it's looking like before end of June we'll see that one out there. Switcher's been a really, really great tool for live video, but when we look at the different formats and the ways people are consuming content, reels, stories, short form vertical video has really taken over the world. And we're really excited to bring this capability to Facebook and Instagram to allow you to share that content. Just as a reminder, the clip tool in Switcher has a reframing option. So you could take a video that was made in widescreen and you could reframe that to be a vertical video. You could add text to fill that space. You could add a logo or use the new speech to text feature on top of that. We're not going to have all the bells and whistles that you've got in TikTok and Instagram and these other tools that are really built around that format. But I think there's a lot of opportunity in repurposing some smaller moments or highlights from your longer streams, or to even use Switcher to get multicam vertical video that you could share out on these platforms. So looking to take that from, I think it's probably 10 or 15 taps today to get a clip to your camera roll and move it over into Reels and upload it to just being a native part of the experience. So right from Switcher, just a couple taps away to be able to share a clip directly to Facebook Stories or Reels, or I think Instagram Stories is one we're looking at as well.
Excellent.
All right, so I think we're going to open the floor for questions on the Q&A. I think we've got some that have been coming through the video. We've got some that we anticipated. Want to make sure that we get in front of as well. All right, we've got a lot here. Okay, so we're gonna start with how is this different than comments sold? So Cartr, our Shopify solution that we've rolled out. Brandon, would you want to hit on this one?
Sure, happy to do it. I'd say out of the gate when we're thinking about a comparison there, one of the things that jumps out immediately is just how great our native video solution is. But that to the side, I'd say Cartr is completely a unique live shopping chatbot. We offer automated carting and on-site checkout for your existing Shopify store. Plus, you'll have the ability to do multicam, which I think is really a killer feature that will really drive the ability to do different angles. We mentioned before at the top, I'd also say we're really excited about how easy Cartr is for customers to complete a sale, how easy it is for you to set it up. I think those two pieces provide a really low friction way for this to work. There's also no forced account creation. The carting is automated, and it's private in terms of ordering on Facebook Messenger. So none of the sizing or color information, none of that shared publicly. That's all done via the Messenger piece with you alone. So I think it's a real step forward for what's out in market today.
Yeah. So actually, there's another question here from Chris Strub. It says, "What if I don't want viewers? What if viewers do not want others to know what they are purchasing? Can you privately DM Cartr?" So that was one Brandon was just hitting on. Viewers will comment in the public chat for the item that they want, but it's when you get into the details of the quantity, the size, the color, some of those more personal or more intimate details are happening in Facebook Messenger in the DM. They aren't playing out in the public chat for everyone to see. So that's something that we heard from our merchants, from their buyers, from people that are interested in doing this that aren't yet. I think this is one way that we were really able to differentiate from some of the other solutions in market. And again, one of the other things that makes Cartr really special.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, so we've got another one here. What if my store is set up in Facebook already? Can Switcher work with that? And then we've got a similar question from Carved Wooden Spoons. Will Cartr integrate with other website platforms?
Sure. So I can take that one. Right now Cartr is very well and deeply integrated into Facebook and Shopify, but we will be looking at other platforms in the future. So we're definitely looking forward to expanding the reach of Cartr and being able to integrate with other e-commerce solutions and possibly new destinations as well. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, so for this initial release, you'll need to be on Shopify already, or you'll need to create a Shopify store. As long as your products are set up there, then they'll be available for this selling experience. Sure. So we've got one from Retta Young. I'm using a system now for my Facebook Lives. Per your video, it looks like it brings in the buyer to my website. Mm-hmm. What's the difference in your solution than my connection to a Facebook shop?
Yeah, so I think the main draw here is that with other solutions, even with I think previously there was a question about using Facebook shopping as a way to make live video and make your video sellable. The big difference here is that this is still your customer. Whenever they interact with Cartr and select the size and the quantity and all that, we present a link that literally goes directly to your store. So they're not going to our website first or anything like that. That we're driving your customer that's watching your video out to your Shopify store. So there is no issue. There's no weird stuff like having to synchronize your customers with a third party, or synchronize your products and your collections with a third party. That doesn't exist with Cartr. We just literally pull your collections, your existing collections and products in from your Shopify store, and that's what we're presenting to you as the merchant in Switcher. And then those are the same products that you show to the buyer on Facebook. It's as simple as that. So from your perspective, it's great because you're driving more traffic to your website and getting hopefully some repeat buyers, but also maybe some new people that might have not considered your products before. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks for calling all that out. I mean, Sorry, Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, let's riff off each other here. There's a lot to unpack here. So Facebook Shop, there is a method to add your products directly in Facebook to make live videos from your computer or from your phone, and to have those products show up on the video on Facebook that are clickable and where people can buy. And if you can get through all of those steps, it's a really, really great experience for people that are watching. And all they have to do is tap on that video to be able to purchase. You can use Switcher with Facebook Shop. So if you're doing that today and you want to do more than just one camera with your phone, you can use Switcher to do multiple angles, to bring in graphics, to put your logo on screen. We've got some information and resources on how to use those two together. But where Cartr is different is that your products they don't have to be set up on Facebook. They're not limited to Facebook. You can make a video with Cartr and Switcher and stream that across social on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Today the purchasing is happening on Facebook via Facebook Messenger, but in the future we hope to bring a checkout experience to these other platforms as well. And so we're really looking at trying to move in a direction where you can have one way of creating live selling experiences or video commerce content, meet your audience where they are, and have a really unified way that they can check out. So this is the first step in going that direction. And I think some of the things that make it a little bit different than using the native experience. That said, if you're using Facebook Shop, you can use Switcher alongside that, and we've got some information on the website about how to do that as well.
Absolutely. Yep.
So Brandon, sorry, go ahead.
I think you hit a lot of it. I mean, the one thing I was going to mention is for folks who are really concentrated on selling, one of the most important things for us as we designed this product was the fact that you would own that customer relationship. And so, with my background in e-commerce, I know how important that is, and how often platforms sometimes try to get in the way of owning the customer relationship. Here, we're trying to do everything we can so that you're meeting your audience where they want to watch. Ultimately, we're facilitating some commerce, but we always want that to be between you and your customer. So at the end of the day, that's really where the kind of the philosophy of Cartr is charting its course.
All right, so we've got another question here. When you do the reconnect, so we were talking about RTMP reconnects earlier. If you're streaming and there's some reason that it fails, the question is, does the feed pick up where it left off, or does it skip ahead to the moment that you reconnect?
Good question. I think we try to do our best to figure out at which point the feed disconnected, but there might be some frames or a few seconds that are lost because it's an imprecise science, because we're sending data out and at some point they stopped receiving it. And if there's a problem with the connection, we may not get that acknowledgement back from the remote server. So we may not know exactly when it happened. We have a good idea of when it happened, and we'll try to replay the things that were lost. But the key aspect, though, is that it's not a loss, right? You can recover your live stream, and you have a perfect recording because the recording is completely intact even while it's trying to reconnect. So even if your live stream loses a couple of frames or loses a couple of seconds, you can still have a live stream and then later upload a high quality recording.
Yep. And that's the recording that's saved on your device.
Exactly, the recording that's on your device, and now with director mode, that could be up to a 4K recording. So yeah.
Awesome. All right, we've got one here. It says, is there an extra charge for Shopify? So Brandon, do you want to talk a little bit more about what Shopify is for people that aren't familiar, and what that experience would be like with or without Switcher and Cartr?
Yeah, so ultimately here, if you are looking to use Cartr, you'll need to go to the Shopify app marketplace, which is available to you. It's a public marketplace, but available to you once you have your Shopify store. There you'll be able to download the Cartr app. If you're new, similarly, it's got a 14-day free trial. You can try that just like you normally would with Switcher today. You'll also need to put the Switcher Studio app on any of the devices you're going to be utilizing. So for long-term Switcher users, same situation as we've had in the past. You'll have options to either connect or create a new account at that time. And so for those who are signing up today, you're familiar with our 2 packages, our studio plan, business plan. That persists in Shopify today. To note, we wanted to set this scenario or this package up so that as you start to sell more, the fee is performance-based. So right now, at our studio package, we would include a 5% rev share only on products that are sold via the switcher video, where folks are moving from Facebook to your website. And then if you step up to our business package, that fee drops down to 3%. So similarly, again, only on items sold through that live video today. Nick, anything you'd add, or Ernesto, let me know if there's anything I'm leaving out on those fronts.
No, I think that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, and so Shopify, if you don't have an account already, I think they have plans starting at $29 a month. If you're really running your business like an e-com store on Shopify, you probably want to be at about their $100 a month tier. But you can use Switcher alongside that, like and Cartr alongside that. And let's see, was there anything else here we need to hit on? For people that are using Switcher today, you don't pay anything extra. There's no sales fee. It's only when you're selling products that the sales fee comes into play. Yep. It's built into using this experience. So if you don't need it, you're not using it. Doesn't affect anything on your current plan. You keep paying what you're paying. You get all the benefits of Switcher and all of the new enhancements with Switcher 8.0. Cartr really is a separate product, and it kind of plays into the tools tabs that kind of plug in experience within Switcher. So any of the fees that go along with that only come into play once you start selling and people are buying.
Yeah.
All right, we got one here. It says the alphanumeric codes for the product pop up. Are those customizable? So where we had like Cart 101.
Yeah. Currently, no. They're automatically generated as you select them. So as you select a product, it will increment it by 1. So the first product will be 100, then the next one 101, and henceforth. But that's actually a feature enhancement that we're definitely looking into. I would love to be able to see some of our users to be able to customize not just like maybe not necessarily the numeric part, but definitely
instead of cart, maybe it's a different keyword.
Yeah, it could be a different keyword instead of cart, right?
So
I think that would be fun to be able to experiment with that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun playing around with different keywords that we would launch with this.
Yeah.
I think there were some like gimme or like
Yeah.
dibs or we had some fun with it.
Yeah.
We went with cart for the rollout, but I think we're very much interested in having some customization there as well.
I think that will be coming, sooner rather than later. It's pretty cool. It's a neat idea.
Yeah. So one that I haven't seen yet, but I do want to make sure that we speak to Cartr and Shopify live selling is really built around that live experience. While people are watching while it's happening and they're able to purchase. But I do want to talk a little bit about what happens if I interact with Cartr during the live and I choose to check out afterwards, or maybe I didn't tune in to watch. At 2:00 when the stream started, I'm watching 3 days later on the replay that's saved on Facebook. Like, what's that experience like? Am I still able to interact with these videos and purchase products?
Yeah, definitely. So right now we've enabled a beta to allow the video to be shoppable for 14 days. So after the video goes into VOD mode, video on demand, your viewers or the buyers will be able to go back to that video and continue shopping for up to 14 days. So we're currently testing this. It's been working really great so far, but we encourage you to give it a shot. And we do see that not everyone is able to tune in right when the video is live, and there's a bit of a tail after the video is over, or after the live video is over, that you'll see even more shoppers, particularly in the first couple of days after that video has gone to VOD. So definitely, yep. You'll be able to continue selling stuff on your video for up to 14 days when using Cartr.
All right. I think that's most of the questions we're going to hit live. If there's others in the comments, we'll be sure to jump in and answer those after the stream. be sure to keep an eye out for more announcements to come. We've got the Switcher update later this month with some more improvements on clips, being able to share that in the stories and reels. We'll be sharing some more information on Cartr, how to use it, sharing some customer stories of people that are selling products, and keep you all updated on that. So I think we're gonna wrap this here. For the last part of this stream, we're going to actually bring up the mug that is on my desk with a code where you all can comment on this video and you can experience that viewer purchasing flow. So if you jump in the comments, you do cart, and then the number that we've got for this mug, you should get that Facebook Messenger link. You'll be able to answer a few questions on how many mugs you want. I've got 100 apparently, and then you all can actually get to a page on Shopify where you could purchase. We're not actually selling mugs today. We're not going to take your money, but maybe we can do one of these streams in the future with some Switcher swag and Switcher merch for you all. But just wanted to illustrate, that flow and how easy it is. How good of an experience that can be for someone that's going to purchase, and you all see that firsthand. So, Brandon, Ernesto, thank you all so much. Everyone behind the scenes and in the comments, the whole Switcher team and the whole Switcher community. We wouldn't be here without you. We're having a lot of fun and very, very excited about Switcher 8.0 and Cartr. So here you go. You can fake buy a mug.